You were born to do this.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Cold Wolf Run, and we're playing some more Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. This is Mass in Effect, and we are going to do some planet liberating. My brain completely froze for a second. We're going to liberate the Quarian homeworld from the Geth, and also hopefully help the Geth. You know, I usually bring Garrus here, but I think it's fitting to bring Edie. We're going to bring Edie. Whoa, what? I hate when it does that randomly. Give me my Viper. My Valkyrie. Wait, what? Oh, I don't use a pistol. You guys are good on your guns? Yeah. Disruptor ammo, ammo capacity, headshots. Hell yeah. Not quite there yet. Hell. You guys are squishy. And yeah, like... Don't worry, James will get his time more soon.
What's the fastest route?
The upper entrance. Target the base before they get to resistance.
What about you?
We will deactivate defense systems. And
Just getting an energy drink, folks.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of
Oh,
machine upgrades.
Legion.
We can break any Geth security. You are concerned.
I mean, not really. Honestly, I trust you.
You know your limits. I trust you. I'm more concerned you didn't tell me about the upgrades.
You were tolerant of our recovery of Geth intelligences from the server, but this matter is different. Personal.
You were ashamed.
Shame is an emotional or cognitive response to societal judgment. It should not apply here.
Huh.
I'm on your side here, Legion. I want to help your people.
We did not intend to cause offense.
How'd we get here? The Geth are better than this.
No. Based on empirical evidence, they are not.
Yeah.
Proceed to the upper entrance. We will exit here and procure an escape vehicle.
Got it. Legion, good luck.
Acknowledged.
Huh. Yeah.
I can't believe it. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. The whole world. My world. Look at the sky. And the rock formations. They used to write poems about them.
Uh-huh.
When we're done, maybe you'll write a new one.
Tally's not really a poet. She's an engineer.
The
She's not an
work of
artist.
Our ancestors. Our bodies carried the seeds that spread the desert grass. You've heard me say Kila Salai.
Yeah, because their homeworld doesn't have insect life.
By the homeworld I hope
So the
to see.
mammals had to carry like pollen
like
and
you're seeing
stuff.
it
It's
today.
such a wild concept.
The living room window will be right here.
Aww.
Something I should know?
I just claimed the land. I know it doesn't mean much. But when this is over, I'll have a home.
You probably shouldn't do that in the first place you see. You should find a place you actually like.
In one place.
Plus, there's a huge boulder in the way.
I'm used to carrying our homes around with us.
A rock! Here you go, Tally. Rock. I remember in the original version of the game, like, the old PS3 version, Shepard wasn't holding anything, so it just looked like he was handing Tally nothing. And it was like, here, a whole lot of nothing for you. It's what you and your people are used to. Okay. You guys do have the right guns on. Good. Good job, Tally. Ooh, headshots are doing more damage. I was literally just thinking to myself, I haven't done,
The Geth jamming towers are interfering with your signal, Commander. I'm compensating
Good work, Trader.
That's a lot of Geth, dude. My god, why am I failing so bad? Grenade. Completely whiffed. Drone. Good job, Edie. Good job, Torchica. Come on. Die, die, die. Oh no, they closed the door.
Shepard, Commander, you must climb to the upper level before Geth units can fortify their positions.
Okay.
We're on our way.
Admiral Garrel here.
Up.
The heavy fleet has a clear path. All forward.
Geth fighter presence is negligible.
Because we did the thing. Hell yeah.
Cover and engage.
Good job, Edie. Edie's very good at what she does, which is like everything. Yeah, like Edie kind of fills the role of Miranda for Mass Effect 2 in that she's objectively probably the best unit to use, or best squad mate to use like all time. But I just like using other people because they usually have funnier stuff to say in the dialogue. Also, I like Edie as a character, but out of the party, she's probably my least favorite in Mass Effect 3. It's between her and, honestly, Javik. I like James more than either of them, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I like James more than most people do, I think. Because most people, I say that to people, and they're like, why do you like James Bacon? And I'm like, because he's an interesting and well-rounded character who's very well written. It's not like he's Jacob again. Thank God BioWare learned how to write people of color. Like, for real. Thank the gods. BioWare figured out that they can write people of color without making them just stereotype the character. Because Jacob was just stereotype the character. And, like, I honestly felt so bad for so long because I thought thinking that was super racist. And I was like, am I being racist? And then people have told me, no, no, no. That's a real thing. Like, Jacob is he's written very tropey and stereotypy, which is not good. So, I feel better saying it now. I used to, like, avoid talking about Jacob because I was like, I know, it's just whatever. But now I'm like, nah, Jacob's terribly written. And it's such a shame because we've seen what they can do now with, like, Davrin, and hell, even Liam in Andromeda.
The Normandy's main battery requires several hours to penetrate that blast shield.
So we gotta open it. Tali, do that. Edie, do that.
Geth reinforcements coming in from above.
Die, die, die. All of you fucking die. I never hit the guy I'm aiming for. I always hit someone behind him. And eat. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And I definitely didn't mean to do that.
Watch out! Crossfire on the left side balcony!
Good work, everyone. God, the N7 Valkyrie is just such a good gun! Even when I suck at the game. Just says so much. Geth are also hard to hit sometimes. They move weird, which makes them harder to hit. I do love how, like, I feel like the Geth stuff was like, shit, guys, we have a problem. We only have two real enemy types, Cerberus and the Reapers. What should we do? Brand new enemy type? Nah. Geth again. Oh, Geth plasma shotgun. We got Tally's new gun. I should have changed the loadout.
Upgrades have proven to be effective.
I'm glad Legion's on our side.
Look out to all ships. We've got Geth frigates in.
Okay, I missed some dialogue there.
Khan is here. Civilian defenders are on intercept course. We'll hold them, Geralt.
Because we freed him. Hell, because we saved him. Not freed. I missed dialogue from Edie there, and I'm kind of mad about it. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why can't I hit anything today? I say as I get a headshot. Oh, right, yep, right here. Door override.
Legion, I've hit the override.
We have gained system access and are bypassing security. Stand by.
Survive. Oh! Did that kill both of them? I never noticed you could shoot those out of the missiles out of the air before. I don't know if that's a new thing they added for the Legendary Edition, or I just never did it as a. I keep saying as a kid, cause like implying I played this game as a young child, but in reality it was like I played Mass Effect 3 when I was 19 for the first time. I was in college when this game came out. That doesn't make it feel old at all. It also doesn't make it feel old to know that was 13 years ago. Oh my god, this game would be in the 7th or 8th grade.
We have enabled a console near your position. Shepard, Commander, you have successfully opened the blast shield doors.
Good. We'll be back out in a minute.
Negative. The path behind you has been sealed. A nearby elevator can take you to the upper level.
Yeah, let's do that.
There, you should have an acceptable line of sight for targeting.
You can fucking get Prime. Edie. Blew its head off. Good. Yeah, this part's a little difficult. There's 2 more Geth Primes. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Cool. Yeah, this fight would be much harder without these Spitfires. Fucker. Die. Come on, Edie, get up. Yeah, we're not going to be using our guns anymore for this mission, but, ooh, that's pretty. Birds! Boop.
Reaper!
We have located transportation.
That's a fucking Reaper itself.
Everybody, get to the ship! Move! Move!
Yep.
Supposed to fight that thing.
I was hoping your fleet might let
Yep, we don't have a Thresher mod to help this time. I remember they used this shit for the trailers so much when the game was first coming out, and I was so hyped because the trailers started dropping like my senior year of high school. I was so excited, and I pleaded with Mom. I was like, "Mom, I know we'll be in college, but please, can we pre-order?" And she actually let me pre-order the collector's edition. Like, that was the first collector's edition I ever got because my mom knew how much I loved Mass Effect. I was like, "Okay, we can get the collector's edition for you." It was also kind of a reward for doing well my freshman year of college. But I remember this part was in all the trailers, and like I would show them to my mom, be like, "Look, Mom, look! We're fighting the Reapers!" Because my mom had watched so much Mass Effect, because I would play it in the living room, and my mom was pretty chill, so she'd be like, "Okay, I'll watch."
like a weak point when it's priming.
And she actually liked some of the characters.
We may escape for
I remember she rolled her eyes at me when I was playing Mass Effect 2, and she was like, "Oh, which one of the characters are you? It's romancing, or which one are you romancing?" And I was talking to Miranda, and I was like, "Her," and my mom went,
If we run
"Okay,
out of
Bob."
gas,
And I was like,
Stanley control
"Damn
and
it, Mom.
Quarians are dead.
Don't judge me."
This ends now.
My mom always liked Mass Effect more than Dragon Age, which I'm like, it's okay, we can all be wrong sometimes.
Laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Dragon Age is so much better than Mass Effect.
Do you need us?
But that's personal preference. I love Mass Effect, but
Shepard Commander.
it's not the same.
Acknowledge.
But I remember I could play these games on repeat when I was younger. Now, not so much.
Normandy and be ready to fire.
Oh, that's a thumbnail right there.
Missiles are ready for launch.
I'm gonna get so many thumbnail-worthy shots for this fight. This is one of the coolest moments in all of fucking sci-fi video games, though. It gets harder, though, as it goes. I might die here. Okay. Now this last one should be the last one, right? Keeps getting closer. Did they make this easier? Okay, here comes the big one. That always looks like their face. This is so intimidating. Hell yeah. Second, technically third Reaper killed for Shepard and crew, because we count Sovereign. I thought we were going to see a bunch more Reapers with like names in Mass Effect 3, and all we get's Harbinger. And even then, Harbinger doesn't really make much of an appearance in this game. He was more in Mass Effect 2. Like, we get to see him at the end, but...
You know who I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist, but you will fail. The cycle must continue.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about? We stopped Sovereign and the Geth. We stopped Harbinger and the Collectors. We've earned a straight answer.
We have.
It is not a thing you can comprehend.
Is that so?
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization
That doesn't make sense, though.
harvested in order to bring order to the chaos.
It's so stupid.
Is inevitable.
No, it's not.
Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
I love how everyone is shaking just from the Reaper talking.
You're killing everyone in the galaxy to save us?
The cycle must continue. There is no alternative.
Organics and synthetics don't have to destroy each other.
The battle for Rannoch disproves.
Yeah, he's got a point there, Shepard. Like,
Finish your war. We will be waiting.
and he's dead.
We did it. We killed a Reaper. Keela.
We can confirm that the Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth free to stop firing.
We need...
Really vulnerable.
No?
Shepard Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the Creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
No.
What are you suggesting?
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
You want to upload the Reaper code? That would make the Geth as smart as when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each
Okay.
unit would be a true intelligence.
Now it's time to talk about the reason I don't like the way they handled the Geth in this game.
Our fleet is
When a
already
dialogue pops up.
Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
So here's the thing.
Do you remember the question that
Oh,
caused the
hold on.
Creators to attack us, Talizora? Does this unit have a soul?
So here's the thing. I like where they're going from with this on paper, and as when I was younger, I used to love it. But here's the thing. After finding out, and after replaying Mass Effect 2, after finding out what the original writer for Legion thinks of this, they completely missed... The writers for Legion in Mass Effect 3 completely missed the point of Legion's character. And it's sad to say because it's Trick Weeks, right? Now, Trick Weeks, they are one of my hit or miss writers for BioWare. They did a great job with Tosh, and I will stand by that. They did a great job with Morden, because they wrote Morden. They did a phenomenal job with Solus, that's for sure. They did a decent job with Iron Bull. But they dropped the ball pretty hard with Legion, which is crazy because so many people look at this part of the game as like the best part of Mass Effect 3, and for me, I'm like, I don't think it is, for the sole reason of like... So the Geth... I'm going to put my controller down for this. So the Geth originally, like, what this game asserts is that the Geth with the Reaper code would each be an individual. They would no longer be a hive mind, or they would be individuals and a sentient species as we view a sentient species. So like humans. Each Geth would be an individual person. And that's great on paper for the Geth, but it is not, but it goes against everything that was written in Mass Effect 2 about Legion and the Geth. In Mass Effect 2, it's made very clear that Legion and the Geth do not want this kind of independence. They do not want to be individuals. They want to be one cohesive mind. There was easily a way to have that be what Legion wants in Mass Effect 3. Very, very, very easily. They could have kept everything the same. The Reapers attacking, the Quarian war with the Geth joining with the Reapers because they feared extinction. And even this, like, Legion uploading code. Now, does this unit have a soul would have had to be changed, but, which I think that's a retcon anyway. But Legion would have had to... Legion could have very easily been, no, the Geth, we want to be the Geth. We still want to just be the Geth. And I feel like that would have been better from a writing standpoint, because it's what they intended from the get-go, and Legion is now a completely different character because of the way Trick Weeks wrote Legion and the Geth in Mass Effect 3. like I said, this whole individual person intelligence thing, it works on paper, and it does work in Mass Effect 3. If you don't think too hard about Legion in Mass Effect 2. So basically my point is, I'm fine with how it turned out. But it's a little disappointing when we could have gotten something so much more unique and interesting. Because this idea of like AI, a species full of AI becoming individuals, it's been done before. It's been done a ton of times. The AI species getting true sentience, but staying a collective hive mind, would have been such an interesting idea and such a cool thing that they could have done with this game. But they didn't do it for some reason. I don't know if Trick Weeks just didn't get what Legion was about. And I know there was another writer for Legion in Mass Effect 3. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. But I know Trick Weeks was the like person helming Legion in Mass Effect 3. And they just didn't understand Legion, I think, at a like deep level. They understood Legion as a surface level, and they took that surface level knowledge they had of Legion and the Geth, and they came up with this plot line, which at a surface level and at a first glance, and even at a slightly deep level, it works. But when you think about what we could have had, it's like the conversation with Dragon Age Veilguard all over again. Dragon Age Veilguard is a great game with a good story and great lore, and it is a satisfactory ending. But when you think about what we could have had, it starts to become more disappointing. It starts to go from being a great game to a good game. And then, for some people, even, not me, I still think it's a good game, down to just an okay game or even a bad one. I have so many friends who like had that opinion. Like, they start off praising Veilguard to death, saying it was amazing, and then the more they looked at it, and the more they realized what they lost, like what we lost because of the constant changes, they were like, oh, okay. Fuck, that's disappointing. And that's how I feel about this section of Mass Effect 3. First time I played through it, I loved it, and it was actually my favorite part of the game. Upon multiple playthroughs, I was like, you know what, I actually think I like the Tuchanka segment better. And the Thessia segment is my actual one of, well, in the Thessia segment I even like a little bit better, except for one bullshit thing we'll get to. But this could have been the best AI story in all of sci-fi. And instead, it's just what everyone does with it. It's just generic. It's just basic. And there's nothing wrong with basic sometimes, and this is fine. But ultimately, and I've said before, Mass Effect 2 is my favorite of the franchise, and it is. It's because of the Quarian and Geth arc of Mass Effect 3. It brings down the whole game for me because of this revelation of how much better it could have been from a writing standpoint. And I could write something better that makes more sense. So it's like, how do such talented writers screw up such big things sometimes? It always boggles the mind. I mean, nobody's perfect, but like, how do you get Mordin so perfect, completely encapsulate who he is as a character, and give him a phenomenal ending, and then completely, not completely botch, but mostly botch Legion's story? And I say mostly botch from my perspective. I know there's tons of people who love the way Legion was handled in this game. I'm not one of them. I still love Legion as a character, though. And there's another part in this we're going to get to that's terrible writing.
Upload the code to the Geth. Tally, call off the fleet if you can.
Uploading. 10%.
This is Admiral Talizora. All units, break off your attack.
Belay that order. Continue the attack.
Fuck off, Garrel.
20%.
I beg you, do not do this. Please.
We regret the deaths of the creators, but we see no alternative. 40%.
Rally the fleet.
No. Nobody else dies today.
Yeah.
Legion, keep going.
Well, somebody does, and it's bullshit.
Shepard?
All ships, this is Commander Shepard. The Reaper is dead. Stand down.
This is Admiral Talizora. Shepard speaks with my authority.
And mine as well.
Yeah, chorus. Hell yeah.
War now.
I love this part. I love this part of the story.
60%.
The Geth are about to return to full strength. If you keep attacking, they'll wipe you out. Your entire history.
And this is one of the points where Shepard is the most
You
badass.
forced them to rebel. You forced them to ally.
Damn right they did.
80%.
Quarians are the villains of the story.
Don't want to fight you. If you can believe that for just 1 minute, this war will be over. You have a choice. Please. Kill us alive.
All units, hold fire.
I do like the renegade option where he says, "I will stand and watch as the Geth lay you to waste." I'm like, whew, that's a good line.
Personality dissemination.
This is bullshit. This is bad
I
writing.
must go to them.
No, you don't.
I'm sorry. It's the only way.
I hate this so much. It doesn't make sense.
The answer to your question was yes.
It's just a cheap attempt at an emotional gut punch, and it does not land.
Thank you.
It's a bad end to a fucking fantastic character. Direct personality dissemination is necessary. I must go to them. I have to die. Why? They don't even give a reason. They don't give a reason for that. It's stupid, and it's just their way of not adding Legion to the party, and it's stupid and terribly written. This whole segment, there's bits of perfection here,
I heard
but then they fuck everything up at the end.
One piece.
With Legion, at least. Just with Legion. I've already talked about the things in this part of the game that bother me. And why Mass Effect 3 is my second favorite Mass Effect game because of this segment.
You are welcome to return to Rannoch, Admiral, with us.
No, because the writers are dumb. That was
Legion
dumb.
sacrificed itself to give us all intelligence,
It didn't need to. Why? That was just bad writing.
and we will honor Legion's promise. The Geth fleet will help you reach.
If they had given a better reason for it, I would be okay with it. But the reason they gave, insufficient data, that's bullshit.
Settlement sites.
Direct upload is insufficient. It wasn't before.
Continent had excellent farmland, as I recall.
We've already seen Legion take control of other, or upload the code to other Geth in the base.
Thank you.
And we've already seen the Reapers are able to do it, so like, why can't Legion do it? It doesn't make any sense. It's just bad. I will say Tally is handled phenomenally in this arc. That's one thing. Tally is written so well in this.
It's a buyer's market.
And frankly, so is Edie with some of the dialogue she gets, but this is Tally's segment, and they did a damn good job with Tally.
You okay?
But not Legion.
I know working with the Geth will be difficult.
I'm not staying. I'm coming with you.
Are you sure?
I wasn't going to ask.
I think you've earned a few favors with the fleet.
I'm asking them to launch an assault on the Reapers. Figure that makes us even.
If the Reapers were going to stay on Earth, sure. But sooner or later, they'll come to Rannoch.
We did
That's true.
just kill one of them.
So I'm coming with you to stop them. If you think I can help.
If you're certain.
You sure?
Only if you're okay.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to be picked off.
Picture.
I love your Tally, but...
And all I see is everyone I've lost. My team on Haestrom, my father, even Legion. I'm mourning again. How crazy is that?
It's not crazy at all.
It's not crazy at all.
Dude, there are some times I think I've internalized some of Shepard's dialogue and just don't realize it because I say something and then Shepard immediately says the same thing and I'm like... Or it could just be that I'm a basic bitch and Shepard is saying basic bitch
We can
lines.
live without ourselves completely. But right now... Right now, I have this.
And this is also bullshit how they don't show her face. And the way they show her face if you romance her, oh, that made a friend of mine so mad when the game first came out. He was furious.
Yes, Council.
They just pick a fucking stock photo and make it look like a Quarian.
I've read the reports. You ended a war 3 centuries in the making.
I had a lot of help.
We have isolated pockets of remaining Geth.
And now we get back to the really well-written parts of the
They are
game.
Geth bodies loaded with Reaper code. But they are just a tiny fragment of the full Geth fleet. You've done the impossible, Commander. and I may be able to provide help of my own. I've received information from my government.
We're getting close to the end of the game, guys, but we still got 2 DLCs to do.
What if I come to the Citadel?
Yes, that would be best, Commander. I'll be waiting for you in Councillor Udina's office.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCon.
When is he not? So the progression of the game from here on, I already have it laid out what order we're gonna go. We're doing Leviathan next, and then we will do Thessia, Horizon, the Citadel DLC, and then the end game. Let's check where we're at. War Terminal. We're up past the minimum. I mean, we'll be fine. I'll do side quests off screen if I have to. I'm so glad they, like, made it so, like, you didn't have to use the online like you did in Mass Effect, the original. I am kind of mad they didn't bring the online back with Mass Effect, with the Legendary Edition, because Mass Effect 3's multiplayer was actually, like, unironically really, really good. Like, people still play it. People still play it. And, like, people play, and people do play, oh, what was it, Andromeda still, even though they don't like Andromeda, but, like, but it just pisses me off that they didn't bring it back for, Stock Quarian War, Diana, Parker Support, Shalaron, Found Work, Tally. Okay, we'll go do all that. You have anything more, Trader?
I hear you were on the ground with the Reaper. He fired up at us a few times.
Did he?
Pulled the Normandy through some insane maneuvers to stay out of the line of fire.
It's hard being in a fight like that, especially when you're not the one flying the ship.
Yeah.
Joker's one of the best.
We're gonna go talk to everyone in the Normandy before the end of the episode.
Around in my safety harness. But then I was furious. Just enraged. I wanted that thing dead.
You didn't want the Reapers dead when they attacked Earth?
I wanted them defeated. I wanted Earth saved. But I never wanted to physically tear them in half and watch them blow up.
Congratulations, Trainer. I believe you've discovered your fight-or-flight instinct.
That's definitely fight.
I should have stayed with chess. Although now I think I'm spoiled by the lack of explosions.
Play XCOM. You know what Trainer would fucking love XCOM and Fire Emblem. Dude. And Tactics Ogre, oh. Which it is funny that in Mass Effect 2, if you like listen to the game guy, like the guy selling video games, he talks about Galaxy of Fantasy. It's based on Turian mythology. It's a fantasy RPG, and I'm like, yeah, even in the year 2185, fantasy's never going away.
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have. Protective medical exoskeleton.
I
could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
It's like walking around in heavy armor. It totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
Is it?
You crashed the last shuttle, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift.
That was on purpose, though.
Feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, I don't know. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus,
Cool.
Gotta hand it to you,
I thought he was done.
That's the first time I've seen someone end a war by yelling.
After seeing what the Geth Rebellion really looked like, I figured they deserved a
Yeah, the Geth were the good guys.
Thank you, Commander. I doubt many organics would have trusted a synthetic race.
And now we've got 2 fleets for the price of 1. We didn't lose anybody.
Except Legion.
Except Legion.
Yeah.
Before it
Because of bad writing. Ugh.
Legion referred to itself
I
as
hate it.
I
I hate it so much. Ugh. Referring to itself as I is not a win, guys. It just shows that they didn't understand Legion.
It was not an avatar of the Geth consensus.
Whatever, we'll...
It was a person.
That's what I figured.
Okay, so here's the thing.
When the Geth fleet helps us retake Earth, I guess we'll owe that to him.
So here's the thing with that. I just kind of thought about this. They tried to have their cake and eat it too, because they gave Legion the same plot line they gave Edie, just on a bigger scale. And it would have been so interesting because Edie and the Geth are fundamentally different. Edie was always kind of created as a single entity. The Geth were a massive hive mind. They should have tried so much harder with the Geth.
What's on your mind, Edie?
I was just reflecting. The Quarians' historical era was not making the Geth enough like them.
I'm not sure I understand.
Units with networked intelligences will trend toward cooperation for mutual benefit. But units with central heuristics establishing an individual personality, such as myself, develop preferences. These preferences form attachments.
I think Edie is hitting the nail on the fucking head right now.
The lives aboard the Normandy.
You're saying the Geth turned on the Quarians because they aren't individuals?
That is my theory, but it is limited to a sample size of one society. The only other notable synthetic society is the Reapers, and we do not know if they govern by consensus as the Geth do.
Probably
Do me
not.
a favor. Don't ask them.
Alright, let's go talk to everybody. I don't think anyone has any, like, cutscene dialogue, but we got a little time to kill for this episode, so I want to go talk to some people. We do need to go talk to Tally, so let's actually see where everyone is. Garrus, James, and Caden are in the lounge. So we don't need to go down to the shuttle bay, so let's talk to Javik first. Oh no, that's Ellers. Let's talk to Tally.
Ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to either.
Can't be. No. I guess that's right.
Hey, little sis.
Tally, how's it going?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I just got communication from the fleet. Sorry. From Rannoch.
That's gonna take some adjusting.
In the old days, I'd send any new technology I found back to the fleet. I should
Your whole society's about to change, girl.
Now, I don't know anything about raising crops.
How are your people doing?
It's crazy. The Geth are helping, setting up housing,
Good.
adapting power systems. They are doing in weeks what would have taken us years. Geth are even uploading into the suits of Quarian volunteers. They're rewriting environmental functions, jump-starting our immune systems.
That's fucking cool.
So the Quarians won't have to wear those suits anymore?
It doesn't seem possible, but yes, in a few years, with Geth improvements, we won't need them. We might still wear them. The suits have become part of our society. But a rupture won't be a death sentence. Today, on Rannoch, there are Quarian children who will grow up healthy and strong.
Good.
Thanks to the Geth.
They owe that to you.
No. I'd have killed the Geth with no regrets. And I'd have been wrong.
You would have. At least she knows. At least she knows she would have been wrong. Now we have the full engineering crew. Gabby and Ken, Adams, and Tally. Everyone's where they should be. Life is good. Javik, do you have anything new for me?
Another Reaper has died.
Cool.
You are proving that humans are capable soldiers. But I question this peace you have brokered. No such thing is possible between machines and organics. I would have destroyed...
I understand why you think that way, Javik, but you are wrong.
Let's just hope they are reliable allies. It is difficult to trust a species that hides behind masks.
That's honestly kind of fair. I mean, they don't really have a choice, though, Javik. They kind of have to wear the masks. So, listen, we all know Javik's a little racist. He was raised at a time where being racist was, like, super fucking, like, casually normal. Let's talk to James and let's see what James and Caden are talking about.
Got the flush.
Full house. Got it on the river.
Shit.
Thought you were bluffing on the flush. Good for you.
Cannon, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir, Major Alenko, sir.
James kicked his ass and Caden's like, shut up, Lieutenant. Yes, sir, Major. Let's see. Anything worse? No.
Shepard, I'd deal you in, but Vega just cleaned me out.
Oh, come on. That really as deep as your pockets go? No sentimental crap stowed away? Investments?
I got some land on the Sunshine Coast I could put up.
I'll pass.
Huh.
Hey, Commander.
Okay, I like that. That was kind of cool. I like James and Caden having like a budding friendship, like a bro, like kind of like a bromance a little bit. I will say the one bad thing is James and Ashley have like kind of a romance if you have Ashley. But also, I headcanon that James is still dating the Asari woman from his movie. So, he's got his Asari girlfriend. Oh.
Shepard.
Cutscene.
Never a dull moment when Normandy's on tour, is there?
Nope.
Any word from Palaven?
Some, and I don't like what I'm hearing. The Krogan are there in force, but they're just slowing the Reapers down, not stopping them. I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Kind of makes sense, though.
You hear anything from your family?
But I did hear from Primarch Victus. He wanted my advice on fleet strength when the Crucible is ready. Still can't get used to people asking me things like that.
What'd you tell Victus?
What did you say?
This is a difficult decision. I don't know how I'd answer.
We're going to have to decide if our fleets keep defending Palaven or we go on the offensive.
Can't do both?
Not with the beating we're taking. Like I said, not the sort of questions I'm used to answering.
You're a good leader, Garrus. I mean, yeah, Garrus's leadership is pretty overshadowed by Shepard. And he always talks about how he's failed as a leader. But he hasn't. His only failure as a leader is when he was leading his team on Omega. And that wasn't his fault. He was betrayed. The rest of his team was super loyal. And even Sidonis, like, regretted what he did so much. But still.
You know what you're doing, Garrus. Trust me. Everyone can see that.
Maybe. But you spend so much time on the outside trying to get in, and when you do, not what I expected.
How so?
All the questions, and every one of them with a million lives riding on the answer.
You do the best you can with what you know. It's no different than your days at CSEC.
You're right. Though I'm starting to understand why the galaxy needs cold-hearted dictators everywhere.
They get things done?
They don't give a damn about the
I don't agree with that, especially in America's current political climate, because we
10 billion
have someone wanting to be a dictator in office, and if you don't think he's trying to be a dictator, you're an idiot.
Are you?
No.
If we reduce this war to arithmetic, we're no better than Reapers.
I guess I can't argue with that. You managed peace between the Geth and the Quarians. Maybe there is another way.
There is. Yeah, no, I don't agree with that whole, like, oh, yeah, dictators don't give a damn about the consequences, they just do what need to be done. No. No, no, no. That's wrong, Garrus.
Have we found any new engineers for the Crucible, Glyph?
5 ex-Sonax Industries scientists who attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvuk. They are technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax is part of instigating an illegal war on Garvuk.
Huh.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible.
Probably.
Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
Cool.
The Migrant Fleet and the Geth warships have joined Admiral Hackett.
Yep. Okay, that's all my girlfriend had to say to me. Cool. Well, we're about to go to her stuff, so... Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this episode. On the next episode, we start the Leviathan DLC before we go to talk to the Asari Counselor. Thank you all so much for watching. I know I went on a couple rants about my opinions on this part of the game, and I do enjoy this part of the game, but there's just things that bother me. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to do more than subscribe as far as contributing to the channel, you can always become a member. Get access to videos to a week to 2 weeks early, depending on which game I'm uploading at the time and what my schedule's looking like. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one.